Today we're still at my parents' place, and Joe has been watching the hens several of times today. I'm going to post a video about it, or maybe I will post the videos first. Anyway, today Anna also joined us, and as always, I'm really happy when she's around. I really miss having her at home, even if I'm really glad she's doing so well with this guy she lives with, her boyfriend and so on. And yep, I braided her hair again, and it's box braids, and they turned out really well this time too, and I'm getting the hold of the box braids. I didn't do box braids until maybe a year ago, first time, or less than a year ago, I think, first time. And it's quite interesting because I've been braiding hair for such a long time and worked with extensions and so on, but not box braids. And it's always nice when you can develop a little bit with your techniques and so on. So it's fun. Also getting better at boiling the braids. I have lots of different ways of fastening them before, but I think boiling is absolutely the best one. And also I fixed my hair a little bit. It doesn't show well right now because I'm in the bathroom and tired and my hair is a mess because I'm about to go to bed. But anyway, I'm glad it turned out quite well, I think. And also she paid some attention to my eyebrows, and I don't like my eyebrows at all, don't like my appearance at all, as I think you who watch this vlog knows. But she is really fond of my eyebrows, and she got absolutely gorgeous eyebrows, and you know, she's really good at taking care of them and forming them and filling them in and so on. And she says, "Oh, I love your eyebrows," and she thinks like that they're so thick and they're so dark in themselves and don't really need to be filled in and so on. And I'm like, okay, it's I'm not happy about them, but it's nice to hear from somebody who knows what she's talking about, that she appreciates them, even if it's just my daughter, or not just my daughter, but even if it's my daughter. And it's really great. The day before yesterday, I and Ro had a really nice time, and we were seeing a friend of mine I haven't seen in 10 years. I was hanging out a lot when our big kids was small. Her daughter is in between my older kids in age, so we haven't seen each other in 10 years, and she moved away. When I know her, she was a single mom. She was in this network of single moms that I was trying to organize and so on, and worked this organization for single parents. And she got married and had no child, and they decided to buy her to move into this new built house and so on. And yet again, one of my old friends who lived this life with new built house, husband successful, been successful at work, having this really expensive car and so on. When this crash, this life, all of them actually heard all of them come and say later on that we are living. It was just fake. It wasn't really. We was living the image of a life we thought we wanted to have, and I think she put it dressed in very good ways. She called it living a dollhouse life, and I think that's what a lot of people do. I mean, there are a lot of really happy couples, married happy couples, and that's absolutely great naturally, but also a lot of people who just try to live this life that they think that they are expected to, or they expect themselves, because this is the image we have of a happy family life. And as she told me, maybe it had been different if she hadn't had these expectations. Maybe she'd listened to what she actually really wanted to do in life and so on, and done that with this man. Maybe things had ended differently, but it was a situation like she felt she couldn't really. She felt uncomfortable with having him around some of her friends because they lived different lives and had different opinions, and it was from old lifestyle and things like that. And that, I think that's dangerous. I think that is a warning bell that something is wrong when you don't, when you feel that embarrassed in one way, where like you don't feel like you don't want your friends to meet your husband because you're not really sure how you're going to feel about him, or the other way around, you know, that he is not going to click with them, and yeah, when you not feel that you can be yourself, and especially when you need to feel that you have to act, like you have to play one role at home, and one role with some friends, one role with the people at work, and so on. Not sure we all do that to a very small extent, but when you have to be a different person, when you can't really recognize a person, then a friend and your husband are comparing the image of you, and they laugh at each other because they think it's ridiculous that they, you know, have that image of you. It's a warning bell, I think. It's a huge warning bell that something is very, very wrong in your life, and it doesn't have to be a marriage that's wrong, but something's wrong. And yeah, I think this expression "Dollhouse life" is a good one, and she was really happy that she was a single person now, and I'm happy for her because she's doing better now, I guess. But there's actually a lot of people I met who was single like 15 years ago, and have been in relationships or marriages since then, and gotten divorced those last 2 years maybe. Quite a few of them, and sometimes it's sad, and in some cases it's really good. I guess most of the cases it's been really good, actually. I also talked about this sort of workmate who also been a single mom for almost all the time she's been a mom. And talked about this special bond you develop with your children, that you are really bonding very, very strongly with them, and have this relationship with the are so solid and so deep. And but a lot of people who get children in relationship, not just maybe because you love children with that, but because that's the image you have. You should have, you know, a boy and a girl, and they should look pretty, and you know, here's mom and dad, or dad, or mom and mom, or whatever, and here's the children. It's like 2 teams, like an adult team and kids team, and we're a little bit against each other, and you know, there are power struggle between those, and that's quite horrible. Just as horrible as when the parent teams up against the kids, and deciding how, you know, how you should think, and what opinions we should have, and how we should dress, and how we should feel, and so on. It's like trying to make them obey them, or like, you know, these little puppets. I also see that a lot, and I think that's sad. Now, my workmate has a husband now, but she knew him for a long time, but she never wanted him to move in as long as she had kids living at home. And I think that is how I would feel if I met somebody. I have been somebody who's really, really at the same page with me. It's somebody who doesn't see my kids as companion, or get jealous at my kids and things like ridiculous things like that, but somebody who actually see my family as a whole family, and equal parts of them are just as important to that person, and embrace all of us. And as I said so many times, I wish I had somebody, you know, I'd always dreamed of this, you know, meeting somebody and share my life with, and so on. And maybe not those exciting things, but just the small things, and having a nice home somewhere that felt like ours, and a garden. Doesn't have to be big or expensive, just a little garden, and having somebody to talk to in the evenings, and being close to, and so on. It's something I belong to, and something I know I won't have. I've given up that thought completely. But I would never ever trade the relationship I had with my kids, or have with my children, for that kind of relation. If it's the price I have to pay for being with somebody, it's not worth it. My